Hello and welcome to Black Pearls, Distinguished Women of Color. On this channel, we dive deep into the inspiring lives of phenomenal Black women who have made significant contributions to our world. Today, we turn our spotlight towards a woman of incredible strength, resilience, and passion. Winnie Madikizela-Mandela, a South African social worker, activist, and politician who fought against apartheid and was married to Nelson Mandela for 38 years. Winnie Madikizela-Mandela was born on September 26, 1936 in Bizana, a village in the Eastern Cape province of South Africa. Her father was a history teacher and her mother was a science teacher. She was one of 9 children and grew up in a rural and traditional community. She moved to Johannesburg in 1953 to study social work at the Jan H. Hofmeyer School of Social Work. She graduated with a degree in 1956 and became the first qualified Black social worker at Baragwanath Hospital. She met Nelson Mandela in 1957 when he was a lawyer and an anti-apartheid activist. They married in 1958 and had 2 daughters, Zenani and Zinziswa. They also faced constant harassment, arrests and bans from the apartheid regime for their involvement in the struggle for freedom and justice. Winnie joined the African National Congress, ANC, and became a leader of its Women's League. She participated in protests, campaigns, and rallies against the oppressive laws and policies of the white minority government. In 1962, Nelson Mandela was arrested and sentenced to life imprisonment for sabotage and treason. He was sent to Robben Island, a notorious prison island where he spent 18 years of his incarceration. Winnie became his voice and his link to the outside world. She also became a symbol of resistance and defiance against apartheid. She endured years of persecution, detention, torture, banishment, isolation, and surveillance by the security forces. She was arrested several times and spent months in solitary confinement without trial. She was banned from speaking in public, traveling, or meeting with more than one person at a time. She was also banished to Brantford, a remote town in the Free State province, where she lived for 9 years without running water or electricity. Despite these hardships, Winnie continued to fight for the liberation of her people and her husband. She mobilized the masses, especially the youth, to join the struggle. She supported the Soweto uprising of 1976, when thousands of Black students protested against the imposition of Afrikaans as the medium of instruction in schools. She also campaigned for the release of Nelson Mandela and other political prisoners. She became known as the Mother of the Nation by many Black South Africans who admired her courage and resilience. She also faced controversy and criticism for her alleged role in violence, corruption, and human rights violations. In 1988 to 89, she was linked with the kidnapping and murder of 4 young men, one of whom was Stompie Sepe, a 14-year-old activist who was accused of being an informer. Her chief bodyguard, Jerry Richardson, confessed to killing Sepe on her orders. Winnie denied any involvement in the crime, but she was convicted of kidnapping and being an accessory to assault in 1991. She was sentenced to 6 years in prison, but her sentence was reduced to a fine on appeal. In 1990, Nelson Mandela was released from prison after 27 years. Winnie walked hand in hand with him as he addressed a jubilant crowd in Cape Town. They were reunited after years of separation and suffering. They also traveled together to various countries and met with world leaders and celebrities who supported their cause. However, their marriage had been strained by their long absence from each other, as well as by Winnie's infidelity and scandals. They separated in 1992 and divorced in 1996. Winnie made a political comeback in 1993 when she was elected as the president of the ANC Women's League. In 1994, she was elected to Parliament as a member of the ANC party that won the first democratic elections in South Africa. She also served as the Deputy Minister of Arts, Culture, Science and Technology in Nelson Mandela's government, but she was dismissed after allegations of corruption and insubordination. She remained a popular and influential figure in South African politics, especially among the poor and marginalized communities. She also continued to champion the causes of women's rights, social justice, and economic empowerment. In 2009, she was re-elected to Parliament and became a member of the ANC's National Executive Committee. She also supported Jacob Zuma, the leader of the ANC, who became the President of South Africa. She died on April 2, 2018 in Johannesburg at the age of 81. She was given a state funeral and was buried at Fourways Memorial Park Cemetery. She was mourned and celebrated by millions of South Africans and people around the world who admired her courage and contribution to the liberation of her country. She was also praised by Nelson Mandela, who had written in his autobiography that she was a remarkable woman who endured more than I can ever imagine. Winnie Madikizela-Mandela was a complex and controversial woman who had a profound impact on the history and politics of South Africa. She was a social worker, an activist, and a politician who fought against apartheid and for democracy. She was a wife, a mother, and a grandmother who loved her family and her people. She was a leader, a rebel, and a warrior who never gave up or gave in. She was a black pearl, a distinguished woman of color. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we upload new videos. Until next time, stay tuned for more stories of Black Pearls.